This story is about a magical calendar that will fulfill your wishes, but in return, it will do something for another person too. Now, to what extent can this calendar fulfill the wishes of a person? What things do others have to face? Is it a devilish calendar? We'll know all this in today's story. The film starts by showing a girl named Ava, who is the main character of the story. She is standing on a rooftop with great nervousness and recording a video. While talking about a calendar, she says that if someone does not listen to it, then it will kill you. So stay away from it, and do not even try to open it. A lot of things have happened to me too, and if someone opens that calendar by mistake, then contact me as soon as possible. Now, why was Eva saying this? What happened to her? To know this, we came 24 days ago. We came to know that Eva is a paralyzed girl. She cannot walk, which is why she has to use a wheelchair. She was not like this from the beginning, but a few years ago she had an accident with her car and lost her legs. Earlier, she used to be a dancer and was quite advanced in her career, but after this accident, she has been working for an insurance company. Eva doesn't have her mom. She only has her dad, and he has also become very old and has amnesia. After the death of his wife, he got married for the second time, but Eva does not get along with her stepmother at all. There were a lot of problems in Eva's life. She was fed up with such a life. Her dad doesn't remember that he has a daughter due to dementia. She doesn't have her mom. She doesn't have good relationships with her bosses where she works, which means her life is disturbed everywhere. The day came when it was Eva's birthday. She called her dad with the hope that he might wish her a happy birthday, but her stepmom picked up the call. She teased Eva and said that when your dad doesn't remember his daughter, then why should he remember your birthday? Eva's heart is broken, and she becomes very sad. Then her friend, whose name was Sophie, came to meet her. She brought a birthday gift for Eva from Germany, because her friend came back from Germany only a few days ago. Eva was very happy to see her. Her sadness goes away a little, and she thanks her friend for the gift. That gift was an advent calendar. Its name was also the same. That is, it is an advanced modern calendar. Her friend tells her that when I saw it at this shop for the first time, I like this for you. This advent calendar is only 24 days in December. It means it was specially made to count the days of Christmas. There are 24 doors on the calendar that have to be opened every day. Now that today was December, Eva decided to open all 4 doors from 2. As soon as she opens the first door, a bar of chocolate comes out from inside, on the wrapper of which something is written in the German language. So Sophie starts reading. It was written that whoever eats the chocolate will have to eat all of the chocolates. He will be the owner of the advent calendar. The second point was that all the principles of this calendar will have to be followed. The third point was that if the owner of the calendar wants to throw it away, this calendar will kill him. This thing seems like a joke to both of them. That means it will surely scare the children. That is why Eva eats the chocolate first. She then opened the second door from inside, which brought out another chocolate, which was her dad's favorite. On opening the third door, a card came out from inside. That too was in the German language, hence Sophie reading it out. Accordingly, remove whatever hurts you from your life. Now Eva starts opening the fourth door, but it does not open. Sophie is surprised. She says, maybe now it is jammed. That is why it is not opening, and then both of them eat food while sitting at the table and talking a lot. As midnight approached, that is, when the 5th date started, a voice came from the calendar saying that the 4th date had now changed to 5. So now open the door, which both of them found strange and quite surprising to hear. Actually, earlier, when Eva was trying to open the 4th door, there was time for the completion of the day of December 4. Because as soon as the next day, December 4, is completed, this door can be opened. There is chocolate and a note inside it, too. It was found written on it that Jesus told a paralyzed man to get up and start walking. Exactly the same thing happened, on which both of them became completely silent. Sophie tells her, I am sorry, my dear friend Eva. I read this note without thinking. My intention was not to hurt you. On which Eva says, relax. I am fine. Now because it was quite late in the night. So Sophie leaves for her home, and Eva eats her dad's favorite chocolate. She came out of the other door, and after some time she got a call. When she picked up the call, it was Eva's dad. He said happy birthday to her, which means he had wished her a happy birthday, which was her wish. So she was quite surprised as well as happy. The next day, when she goes to work, her boss introduces her to a new girl, who will be her colleague from now on, but she will do half of Eva's work and will also give her half of Eva's salary. Hearing this, she feels very bad and gets angry. After the job, she meets Sophie and tells her that last night she received a call from Dad, who wished me a happy birthday, due to which I am very happy. I believe that all this happened because of that advent calendar. There is definitely some magic in it. Hearing this, Sophie checks the entire calendar thoroughly, but she does not find anything like that. At night, Sophie took Eva with her to a club, where two of Sophie's friends were also present. One was very nice, and he liked Sophie a lot, while the other one was ill-mannered. He taunted Eva and made fun of the fact that she was paralyzed, but after some time Sophie left from there with her good friend, while now Eva has to go to her home with that ill-mannered boy. When she was in the car, she slept on the way. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in a deserted place in the car. She is shocked to see that Sophie's friend is trying to do wrong to her. She got angry. She quickly pushes him back and hits him hard, due to which he also gets angry. He throws Eva down from the car along with her wheelchair and goes away from there. Although poor Eva cries and asks him to stop the car, but he doesn't listen to her at all. Eva felt so bad because of this that she was so sad. She cursed him to die. With which a door of the advent calendar opened on its own, and a small car came out from inside. It was just like Sophie's ill-mannered friend's car. Eva's dog started playing with the small car and started pushing it here and there with his lips and mouth. Surprised, all this started happening with that ill-mannered Sophie's car as well. The car started to shake on its own. The dog has lifted the car while playing. Then Sophie's friend's car also overturned. There was an accident, and thus he died. That is, Eva's curse was fulfilled. He was killed. The next day, when Eva was sitting in the park, Sophie came here and told her about her friend's death, on which Eva also tells him about the entire incident that happened last night, what he wanted to do with me. Then Eva got an email, and when she checked, it was a trading app, that is, an app to earn money. As soon as Eva downloaded that app, she got some money from it. Another boy was also sitting in the park. Sophie tells Eva to go talk to him and try to make friends. He seems good, to which she flatly refused and said, "Why would any boy like a girl like me? I will never talk to him or anyone." One more day passed, so Eva opened a new door to the advent calendar. From inside, Eva finds out it's heart-shaped chocolate. Instead of composting it, she kept it. She believed that it must have the effect of love. The next day, Eva is sitting in a cafe, and the boy from the park also comes. Eva kept looking at him. She has ordered the same drink that the boy ordered. When the dress puts the drinks on Eva's table, she also puts the boy's as well. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Eva puts heart-shaped chocolate in his drink, and then the waitress picks up the boy's drink and gives it to him. As soon as he drinks it, the boy gets up, comes, and sits near Eva. He starts talking to Eva and tells her about himself, saying that I am a nurse. Both of them had talked a lot, so they became friends. She even comes to drop Eva off at home. Due to this, Eva was very happy that she found someone who was talking to me without any meaning. At midnight, Eva opens a new door and finds a clock-shaped chocolate inside. She likes it very much, so Eva eats it without thinking, and now when she wakes up, the first thing she checks is her phone, on which there were notifications of many messages and calls. And now, when she checked the time and date, she found that I woke up after 4 days. That is, she skipped 4 days. She kept sleeping, due to which she was fired from the job. Because she did not come to work for 4 days without informing. Although she tried hard to convince the boss, she tries to say sorry, but the boss doesn't listen to her. Eva starts thinking about how this can happen, and then she starts thinking that there must be sleeping pills in that chocolate. After eating it, I slept for 4 days. Eva mentions this matter to the nurse boy and tells him everything about the advent calendar, on which he asks her to stay away from the calendar, and then goes to his home from there. Eva had kept the wrappers of all the chocolates with her, which, when combined, formed the logo of a company. So now Eva buys some shares of the company from that app because her money was kept in the app. It was in the night. Eva doesn't open the calendar. She falls asleep like this, but as soon as she sleeps, the door next to the calendar opens automatically. From inside, a bone-shaped chocolate comes out, and Eva's dog eats it. As soon as this happens, the door automatically opens. The dog goes out of there. The next day, Eva gets a notification that she has made a profit on the shares she bought from the advent calendar company, which made her very happy. Now her dog was not visible, so Eva went to find him. But it was found nowhere. After some time, she started hearing the dog bark. When she went and checked, the dog was standing there, but it was soaked in blood, and Eva was quite surprised. She started cleaning the dog's blood, and then she found a locket in the dog's mouth. Eva recognizes that it is my boss's locket. She gets very scared. She calls him, but he does not pick up the call. She gets very nervous, so she collects all the chocolate wrappers and writes dates there. She writes to know when and what accident happened. She also found Jesus's chocolates there, which she had not eaten, And now as soon as she eats it, she starts having pain in her body and starts trembling loudly. And suddenly she falls unconscious. And when she opens her eyes, she finds herself in the hospital. A nurse friend was sitting in front of her. He tells Eva that you found me unconscious outside the house. You had the advent calendar in your hand. Because your condition was worsening, I immediately brought you to the hospital. Hearing this, Eva remembered that when I became unwell after eating Jesus' chocolates, I myself went near the main door by walking but suddenly fell. That is, her legs got better for a while. Eva now undergoes some tests, etc., after which she is discharged and comes back to the wheelchair. As the next day comes, she opens the door of the advent calendar and takes out new chocolates. And she returns to her dad and feeds him those chocolates. Due to this, her dad's memory gets cured for a while. He started looking at his daughter Eva with a smile and hugging her. He told Eva, "My child, that whenever something good happens to you, then someone else has to face the consequences, because if it doesn't happen, then it will kill you. And I will give up my life too, for your sake, my daughter." Eva doesn't understand what Dad is saying, but we understand that she is pointing toward the advent calendar. Before this, Eva asked him the meaning of this. The effect of the chocolate ended, and her mind became like before. He forgot everything. The next day, when the new door was opened, Jesus' chocolates came out from inside, and Eva took her to Eva's house. She ate them in front of him, due to which, once again, her health worsens. She falls down and starts to tremble when the nurse starts to hold her. Eva says that I can feel my legs. They are feeling very good. That is, once again, because of the chocolate, her legs got better for some time, but then she had to come back on a wheelchair. She told the nurse to leave her at the swimming pool. Because Eva loved swimming from the very beginning, when her legs were fine, she used to go swimming, but ever since she lost her leg, she never went again. Today she wanted, even though she couldn't swim, to at least enjoy herself. After leaving Eva on the bridge, when he was going back into the car, he found Eva's keys, which she had accidentally left in the car. The nurse immediately told her about this. Then Eva said, "Keep the keys at the door of my house." He did like this. And now, as he kept the keys and started leaving, the door of the house opened automatically. When the nurse went inside, he found wrappers of chocolates and note. He also found a wrapper for the heart chocolates. On checking its date, the nurse came to know that it was the same date on which I and Eva met, on which he was quite surprised. Now suddenly he sees a scary cartoon made of a card coming out of the advent calendar. And now, as if the nurse started touching it, he has the thought of a scary creature. As soon as he came out of his thoughts, the phone started ringing. He picked up the phone, but there was no response. He tried to read the words written there, but could not. He felt strange, so he immediately decided to leave. But he thought of Eva, thinking that the calendar might harm her. So he took the calendar with him and threw it in a river. Before he leaves from there, because they broke the rules, the same creature came out of the river, which this nurse had also thought about. This creature was very scary and dangerous. It attacks the nurse, grabs his leg, drags him into the pond, and starts killing him by drowning him in the water. Suddenly, Eva also falls into the water. The bridge itself connects to the pond. When Eva swims further, she finds the dead body of the nurse. Because the creature had killed him, she also sees the creature there who had the advent calendar in her hand. The creature doesn't do anything with Eva. He gives the advent calendar to her, and she becomes unconscious right there. When Eva opens her eyes, she finds herself in her house but is very scared because of everyone. As soon as the new chocolate comes out, at midnight Eva immediately eats it with the hope that perhaps the nurse might survive or come back to life. Suddenly, she starts hearing noises from her house. When she went and checked, she saw yesterday in the mirror, when the nurse had come to her house, Eva realizes that his life is in danger, so she tries to explain to him by writing in the mirror, but due to the reflection of the mirror, the nurse sees the words in reverse. That is why he could not read them. She also calls him, but it is useless, and she could not save the nurse. She begins to feel very sad. When the next day comes, no chocolate comes out, but instead, a knife comes out that has a dog's mark on it, meaning that Eva now has to kill her dog. And when she does not do so, the creature comes there again and attacks her. He tries to kill her by strangulating her, but then the scene gets cut short. The next day, Sophie is shown who is at Eva's house. When she went to the kitchen, she found Eva there, but there was a dog's dead body lying nearby, soaked in blood. That is, she killed the dog last night to save her life. Seeing Eva in such a condition, Sophie calms her down. She takes care of her and spends the night at her house. When it's midnight, Sophie opens the door. Sophie does not eat the chocolate that has escaped from within. She keeps it with her. Eva comes there to open the next door of the advent calendar. I see the door is already there. She tells Sophie to give me the chocolate that has come out from inside, which she gives her only normal chocolate, which does not do anything if eaten. The next day, Sophie made Eva sit in the car and started taking her with her, where Eva takes the advent calendar. Now she started remembering the day when Sophie was driving, but they met with an accident and Eva lost her legs. Eva tells Sophie that the advent calendar fulfills all my wishes, but in return, someone else has to make a sacrifice. The chocolate that came out of the door today, Eva did not eat. She keeps it safely with her. After some time, both of them came to Sophie's friend's house. Sophie went to the room with her friend. She feeds the chocolate, which was kept hidden from her friend, while Eva sits outside and starts checking the advent calendar, inside which she finds a painting. She was looking at the painting when suddenly she heard noises coming from her room. Now, as soon as the door opens, the creature comes out from inside, having brutally killed Sophie and her friend. They were lying on the ground with blood. The creature now comes to Eva and forcefully feeds her the chocolate she had not eaten yesterday. Due to this, Eva is now completely cured, and her legs are fine again. That is, she is no longer paralyzed. The next day, Eva took the painting and went to the man, that is, to the painter who had made it. In this painting, he is killing his family. Eva asks him what this is and why you made this painting. On this, he says that you have gone mad. Why would I make a painting of killing my own family? Anyway, I have been blind for the last 5 years, so this thing is not possible. He asks Eva, why are you with the advent calendar? What are you doing? Saying this, he gets angry at Eva. Then his family comes here, showing them to Eva. He says to Eva, look, my family is alive. Then he gives her the painting and asks her to leave here. Now, as soon as he touches the painting, he starts having some thoughts that he is killing his family. Due to this, we have come to know that this man also used the advent calendar. In fact, this calendar fulfills your biggest wish, but it also demands sacrifice in return. This man, that is, the painter, had wished to cure his blindness in front of the advent calendar, due to which he had to kill his family. As soon as this happened, his blindness went away. But then on the last day, the calendar gave the man 2 options. Whether you want to do everything as it was 24 days ago, if you want to become blind again, or if you want to live with this new life of yours, where your eyes are fine but you do not have a family, over which the painter chose his family. Hence, his family came back to life, but he became blind again as before. The painter told all this to Eva as well. After hearing this, she left from here. She leaves and begins to think about whether to accept the advent calendar's orders from now on or not. Now a doll comes out of the advent calendar, which was exactly like her colleague, who had come to do half of Eva's work. Eva understands that now I will get to know my colleague with this doll. Otherwise, the creature will kill me, the one who was sitting in the back seat. And now the same thing happens with her colleague as Eva did with the doll. She pulled the doll's hair and removed it. All the hair of her colleague fell out, and Eva twists her arms, legs, and leg. As soon as this happens, the colleague suffers a lot and dies in such agony. The next day, a gun and his dad's favorite chocolate come out of the calendar. She went to her dad and fed him the chocolate, while she gifts the advent calendar to her stepmom, who used to burn all her gifts. And now, when she starts burning the advent calendar, the creature comes there and attacks her mom and kills her. Then Eva kills her dad with the gun, because if she doesn't do it, the creature will kill her. The next day, Eva calls her friend, whom she always liked, and spends time with him. As soon as the next day comes, she will be paralyzed again. Alva tells him everything about the advent calendar, and now the story comes back to the present time. First, the beginning scene where Eva was standing on the roof and making a video about the advent calendar. She also says in the video that as soon as tomorrow comes, everything will be as before, and I will also forget everything. I will not remember anything. That is why I am making this video and putting it on this calendar for those who will have it later. You will have to follow all its principles. Otherwise, it will kill you. And now, if you get trapped in the clutches of this calendar, then find me. I hope I can help you. As soon as it is midnight, Eva starts eating chocolate. With this hope that everything will be like before, she becomes handicapped, and dead people come back. But then Eva's friend comes there and tells her that now you do not need to eat this chocolate. Because, according to the principle, now 24 days have been completed. At midnight, the date changes, so everything will remain as it is. Now the advent calendar can't do anything. Now, to prove his point, he throws the advent calendar down from the roof. No creature comes there. He tells Eva that you live your life well. Your legs have come back. Don't even care that so many people have died in this way. Eva starts shouting angrily after seeing the last chocolate. The scene shifts to a man with blood on his face. He was holding the baby in his hand because now he had the advent calendar. He goes to find Eva to get help from her, and now she will help him. Maybe this time she will save the people who are going to die. Along with this movie ends here.